Have you ever found yourself drained by someone's constant negativity? Wondered how some individuals always leave you feeling stressed, while others uplift your spirits? Today, we're diving into a topic that, though seldom spoken about openly, holds immense power over our lives: the art of ignoring people who spread negativity. In our lives, we cross paths with a myriad of personalities. Some inspire and push us towards greatness, while others often subtly drag us into a whirlpool of negativity. It's crucial to recognize that not every individual we meet contributes positively to our life's journey. The harsh truth is, constantly being around negative people can cloud our judgment, hinder our progress, and even shape our outlook on life in undesirable ways. In this discussion, we're not advocating for cutting ties rashly or living in isolation. Instead, it's about making conscious choices regarding who we allow into our mental and emotional space. We'll explore 6 types of negative people: the drama queen who thrives on chaos, the never-pleased critic, the dream-shattering naysayer, the self-serving manipulator, the stubborn individual resistant to your growth, and the unforgiving friend stuck in your past. More importantly, we will learn how to tactfully and effectively distance ourselves from these negative influences. It's not about confrontation or aggression, it's about setting boundaries for your peace of mind. Remember, distancing yourself from negativity isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of self-care and a step towards a more positive, fulfilling life. Stay tuned as we delve into each of these personality types and arm you with strategies to preserve your positive energy. Remember, the goal isn't to change others, that's a battle seldom won, but to change how we react and relate to them. Join us in embracing positivity and making room for more meaningful, uplifting connections in life. The hopelessly hostile drama queen. The first type of person we often need to consciously ignore in our journey towards a more positive life is the hopelessly hostile drama queen. These individuals can be identified by their propensity for creating and reveling in conflict and chaos. They are often charismatic and compelling, drawing us into their personal melodramas with a magnetic pull. Their lives seem to be a never-ending series of crises, and they skillfully make every problem appear as an urgent catastrophe that only you can solve. The drama queen thrives on attention and emotional upheaval, using these as tools to manipulate those around them into a state of constant alert and sympathy. The impact of regularly interacting with a drama queen can be profound and far-reaching. Initially, you might feel flattered by their dependence on you, mistaking their need for constant support as a sign of trust and friendship. However, this relationship dynamic is far from healthy. It is built on a foundation of emotional manipulation, where the drama queen uses flattery and victimhood to ensnare and control. They often follow a specific pattern, creating a crisis, drawing you in with an appeal to your sympathy or ego, and then moving on to the next problem as soon as you've solved the current one. This cycle can be exhausting, leaving you emotionally drained and distracted from your own life and goals. Moreover, these individuals violate the primary rule of good relationships, which is a balance of give and take. A healthy relationship is nourished by mutual listening, empathy, interest, and respect. In contrast, drama queens are often incapable of providing these in return. They crave admiration and attention, but are typically unwilling or unable to reciprocate. This one-sided dynamic can lead to a significant imbalance in your social and emotional life, overshadowing and affecting your other relationships and personal well-being. Psychiatrists suggest that drama queen behavior can be deep-rooted, influenced by a combination of genetics, past trauma, or environmental factors. This understanding is crucial, as it helps us realize that changing a drama queen's behavior is often beyond our capacity. However, we can change how we interact with them. The key to managing your relationship with a drama queen lies in setting firm boundaries, not engaging in their emotional turbulence, and focusing on maintaining your peace of mind. It's about learning to differentiate between genuine friendship and manipulative dependency. In essence, handling a drama queen requires a delicate balance of empathy and self-preservation. By understanding their behavior patterns and adjusting your responses, you can protect your emotional energy and maintain a more balanced, positive outlook in life. The never-pleased critic. The second category of people we often need to distance ourselves from is the never-pleased critic. This individual is characterized by their unyielding nature and insatiable demand for perfection, often at the expense of others' well-being. Engaging with this type of person can be particularly challenging, because they create an environment where nothing you do seems good enough. They perpetually set the bar high, and no matter how hard you try, your efforts are met with criticism rather than appreciation. This pattern can lead to a cycle of frustration, self-doubt, and a diminishing sense of self-worth. Understanding the impact of the never-pleased critic is crucial for your emotional and mental health. Regular interaction with such individuals can lead to a constant state of anxiety and stress, as you find yourself perpetually striving to meet their unrealistic standards. It breeds a toxic environment where your achievements are overshadowed by their relentless criticism. This can be particularly detrimental if the critic is someone close to you, such as a family member, friend, or colleague, where the emotional stakes are higher and their opinions more impactful. The crux of the problem with the never-pleased critic lies in their perception and mindset. Their criticism often stems not from your lack of effort or ability, but from their own insecurities, unmet expectations, or need for control. They may project their dissatisfaction with themselves onto others, using criticism as a tool to exert influence or to maintain a sense of superiority. It's important to recognize that their behavior is more about them than it is about you. Dealing with a never-pleased critic requires a combination of assertiveness and self-reflection. It involves recognizing your worth and not allowing their constant criticism to define your self-esteem. This may mean setting boundaries and communicating clearly that while constructive feedback is welcome, constant negativity is not. It's also about reassessing your relationship with this individual, understanding that their approval isn't the benchmark for your success or happiness. Furthermore, it's essential to cultivate a strong sense of self that is not reliant on external validation. Building resilience through self-compassion and surrounding yourself with positive affirmations and supportive people can provide a counterbalance to the critic's negativity. Remember, you have the power to choose how much influence someone has over your life. And sometimes, for your own growth and peace, distancing yourself from the never-pleased critic is the healthiest decision you can make. The dream-dampening naysayer. The third type of person to be wary of in your pursuit of a positive and fulfilling life is the dream-dampening naysayer. This individual is characterized by their consistent skepticism and pessimism, especially towards new ideas, aspirations, and ambitions. They are the ones who, upon hearing your dreams and goals, are quick to dismiss them as unrealistic or unachievable. Their trademark response to your enthusiasm is often, "That's impossible," or "You're being unrealistic." While it's important to have realistic expectations and be prepared for challenges, the naysayer's negativity can be a significant demotivator, casting a shadow of doubt over your aspirations. Engaging with a naysayer can be particularly disheartening because they not only question your goals, but can also make you second-guess your abilities and potential. This constant barrage of negativity can erode your self-confidence and may lead you to abandon your dreams before you even begin. The impact of a naysayer is not just about the discouragement of your current ambitions. It's about the potential stifling of your willingness to dream and aspire in the future. It's essential to understand the root of a naysayer's behavior. Often their negativity stems from their own fears, insecurities, or experiences of failure. They may project their limitations onto you, believing that if something is not possible for them, it cannot be possible for anyone else. However, their limitations do not define your capabilities. Dealing with a naysayer requires a resilient mindset and a firm belief in your vision. It involves recognizing the difference between constructive criticism and outright pessimism. While it's important to listen to feedback and be open to different perspectives, it's equally crucial to filter out baseless negativity. Building a support system of people who believe in you and your dreams can provide a much-needed counterbalance to the naysayer's pessimism. Moreover, developing an internal compass of self-belief is vital. Remind yourself of your past successes, your strengths, and your ability to overcome challenges. It's about trusting your journey and understanding that while others may provide guidance, the ultimate path you take is yours to choose. In essence, overcoming the influence of the dream-dampening naysayer is about reinforcing your self-belief and surrounding yourself with positivity, enabling you to pursue your dreams with conviction and confidence. The manipulator. The fourth type of negative person that can significantly impact your life is the manipulator. These individuals are adept at subtly influencing and controlling others for their own benefit. They often employ emotional manipulation, deception, and psychological games to achieve their ends. The hallmark of a manipulator is their ability to create situations where you find yourself acting in ways that you wouldn't normally, compelled by a sense of obligation, guilt, or confusion they have skillfully instilled in you. Engaging with a manipulator can be particularly draining and harmful. They have a knack for identifying and exploiting your vulnerabilities, turning your strengths into weaknesses to be used in their favor. The danger lies in their subtlety. Often, you may not even realize you're being manipulated until you're deeply entangled in their web of control. This can lead to a loss of autonomy, decreased self-esteem, and in severe cases, emotional and psychological distress. Understanding the nature of manipulation is crucial in dealing with manipulators. They often operate by creating an imbalance of power, making you feel indebted or inadequate. They may mask their intentions with charm or feigned concern, making it challenging to confront or even recognize their behavior. Dealing with a manipulator requires a combination of awareness, assertiveness, and emotional detachment. The first step is to recognize the signs of manipulation, such as guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or passive-aggressive behavior. Once identified, it's essential to establish and maintain firm boundaries. This might involve clearly stating your limits, refusing to engage in manipulative conversations, or seeking external support when needed. Additionally, it's important to avoid self-blame. Remember that the manipulator's behavior is a reflection of their character, not your inadequacy. Keeping an emotional distance and remaining objective can help prevent getting drawn into their emotional games. In some cases, particularly where the manipulation is persistent and damaging, it may be necessary to completely sever ties with the manipulator. Ultimately, dealing with a manipulator is about recognizing your worth, asserting your independence, and refusing to be a pawn in someone else's game. It's a challenging but necessary step towards maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. The inflexible traditionalist. The fifth type of challenging individual in our journey is the inflexible traditionalist, a person resistant to change and growth, especially in others. These individuals often hold rigid views and are uncomfortable with deviations from what they perceive as the norm. They may be family members, old friends, or colleagues who have known you for a long time and are unwilling to acknowledge or accept that you have evolved beyond the person you once were. They insist on pigeonholing you into an outdated version of yourself, resisting and sometimes actively opposing your growth and change. Engaging with an inflexible traditionalist can be particularly stifling. Their inability to recognize and accept your evolution can make you feel as if you're being forced back into an old mold that no longer fits. This type of interaction can create a sense of frustration and suffocation, as if you're being denied the right to change and grow. The traditionalists' insistence on maintaining the status quo can hinder your personal development, as they often expect you to conform to their fixed perceptions, disregarding your new aspirations, beliefs, and changes in character. The challenge in dealing with an inflexible traditionalist lies in their emotional proximity to you and the shared history that often binds you together. This dynamic can make distancing yourself or confronting their resistance a delicate and emotionally charged process. The key is to approach the situation with a combination of firmness and empathy. It involves asserting your right to grow and evolve while trying to understand their difficulty in accepting this change. Communicating your feelings and changes in a clear and calm manner is crucial. You may need to set boundaries, making it clear that while you value the relationship, you cannot accept being confined to an outdated perception of yourself. It's about finding a balance between maintaining the relationship and prioritizing your own growth and self-discovery. In some cases, you may find that despite your efforts, the traditionalist is unwilling to adapt or accept your changes. In such situations, it may be necessary to limit or reevaluate the nature of your interaction with them. Remember, while it's valuable to honor past relationships, it's equally important to ensure that these relationships do not become obstacles to your personal growth and happiness. The unforgiving accuser. The sixth and final type of person to approach with caution is the unforgiving accuser. This individual is someone who continuously judges and defines you by your past mistakes, refusing to acknowledge your growth and change over time. They cling to your historical errors, often bringing them up in current contexts, and use them as a means to undermine or criticize you. This refusal to forgive and move on not only hinders your relationship, but also impacts your self-perception and personal growth. Interacting with an unforgiving accuser can be emotionally taxing and demoralizing. It's as though you are perpetually trapped in a past version of yourself, unable to escape the shadow of old mistakes. This constant reminder of your past faults can lead to feelings of guilt and shame, making it challenging to move forward and grow. The accuser's inability to forgive maintains a cycle of negativity, where past errors are perpetually used as ammunition against you, regardless of the changes and amends you've made since then. The challenge in dealing with an unforgiving accuser lies in their often deep-seated resentment or disappointment, which might be rooted in their own unresolved issues or inability to cope with change. It's important to recognize that their unwillingness to forgive is more about their personal limitations than your worth or potential. Navigating this relationship requires a delicate balance of self-forgiveness and assertiveness. Begin by forgiving yourself. Acknowledge your past mistakes, learn from them, and understand that they do not define your entire being. Cultivate self-compassion and recognize your growth and the efforts you've made to improve. It's also crucial to communicate openly with the unforgiving accuser. Express your understanding of how your past actions affected them, but also assert your own journey of change and growth. If they remain unyielding, it may be necessary to distance yourself to protect your emotional well-being. Surround yourself with people who recognize your ability to evolve and who support your journey towards becoming a better version of yourself. Ultimately, the key to dealing with an unforgiving accuser is to not let their perception dictate your self-worth. Remember that your past does not have to determine your future, and you have the power to write new chapters in your life story, free from the shadows of past mistakes. In conclusion, navigating the complexities of human relationships is a crucial aspect of our journey towards personal growth and happiness. Today, we've explored 6 types of challenging personalities, from the drama queen to the unforgiving accuser, each bringing their unique set of challenges. It's important to remember that while we can't change others, we have the power to change how we interact with them. By understanding these dynamics and learning how to manage them effectively, we can protect our emotional well-being and maintain a positive outlook on life. As we move forward, let's embrace the idea that distancing ourselves from negativity is not an act of weakness, but a stride towards self-care and emotional health. It's about recognizing the value of our peace of mind and taking steps to preserve it. Remember, every individual you choose to interact with should, ideally, contribute to your growth, happiness, and sense of fulfillment. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of interpersonal dynamics. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into leading a more balanced and positive life. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you navigate these relationships in your own life. Here's to a journey filled with positive influences and meaningful connections.